everybody, it's Mitch, and welcome to another video. And today, well, I want to be talking to you about Spider-Man Far From Home. So, if you haven't seen it already, you might want to watch that, because there are probably going to be some spoilers here. Just fair warning there. So, all right, now that anyone who may not want spoilers is gone, let's talk about this. So, well, it was a good movie. I just saw it over the weekend with my friend. Um, so that was really nice. I've been really busy, so I hadn't got a chance to watch it for a long time, but I did finally manage to go see it. It really surprised me. I mean, I was really thinking that this Mysterio guy was actually from another dimension, and that was like a new element that was going to be put into Marvel, because it really, really fits with everything that's been happening lately. I mean, they've been entering all these multiple different timelines. They've created a few of those recently. On top of that, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has done a little bit of that. So it really made a lot of sense. Plus the stuff he was saying, I'm not a huge comic book nerd, but I've actually haven't read any of them, but I have talked with people who have, so I know a little bit about that. And from what I know, I'm pretty sure that he was making some very much canonical references in the in the comics. Like I think he was saying Earth. I forget what number he said, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is actually canonically the normal Earth, and they have all the and the other one might reference something too. So that actually made some sense, and it actually felt real. So the fact that it turned out to all be fake was certainly interesting. The big reveal at the end with them being Skrull, well, not with Nick Fury and Agent, I can never remember her name. But was I just know it was the lady who was in that one show, How I Met Your Mother. But yeah, Maria Hill, that's her name. Anyways, so yeah, the fact that they turned out to be Skrull, that was certainly an interesting twist, and the fact that Director Fury is apparently off-world. Doing something. We're not really sure what is interesting, especially with some of the comments that were made. It almost feels like Spider-Man's the only superhero left on Earth, and that the rest of the Avengers have gone off into space to do something or other. And they didn't really tell Spider-Man that they all took off. They just sort of like, yeah, you're the only one here, so have fun. Which, he's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, so it makes sense that he would be the one left to defend the neighborhood, that being the entire planet, I guess. So I guess that makes sense. So yeah, it's interesting to think about what might be happening. I know they've released some of the movies, well, a lot of the movies that they're going to be making for Phase 4. I haven't got a good look at them yet. I saw them mentioned once. I don't really remember what they all are, so I'm gonna have to look through that at some point. Probably make another video here in the future on that. But yeah, it's interesting. So just from the fact that they're in space, I mean, I know the Guardians are out in space with Thor. Captain Marvel, of course, she's out in space. Let's see. Yeah, it's certainly interesting to think about what is going on exactly. Why is Nick Fury out in space? The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. aren't out there, as far as I know. That was like last season, so I don't think it has anything to do with that. Although there did appear to be something of an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. cameo in there, but what with Nick Fury's spot looking a lot like Tahiti. But other than that, it wasn't anything too obvious, because unfortunately they never do anything super obvious there. although I do, in addition, have my suspicions, as I mentioned in other videos, that I think I think the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Netflix adaptations are actually alternate timelines. And the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. may have separated themselves from the timeline as well. Like, they definitely created an alternate timeline in the last season of that. So, and of course, in Endgame, they definitely created some multiple alternate timelines. So it'll be interesting to see what they're doing with that. I'm really, really curious, not just where the MCU movies are going, but how they're now connected to the Netflix franchises and the and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because they all originally were part of the same canon, but it's feeling less and less like that's the case, and I'm curious how that's going to work. I think in multiple timelines is probably how they're going to rectify that one, which makes sense considering what they've done lately. Anyways, that's mostly my thoughts on the movie. I mean, it was a great movie. I really loved it. I definitely saw something coming. Not initially. Originally, I thought Mysterio was a good guy because I'm not that familiar with the comics, but I figured it out relatively quickly. Like when they defeated the first couple of elementals, and the movie was still going on. Um, it was really when he started acting like a jerk that uh, it really hit. Like initially he seemed like such a great guy, and then it's like, I'm starting to wonder. And that's when I think it was around the second elemental. He said something that I'm like, that wasn't the nicest thing to say. So yeah. Anyways, that's about all I have to say. I can't really think of anything else. So if you guys if you guys have any thoughts on this, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you like the video, please consider giving me a like. If you really like the video, consider sharing it on social media. Also, consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already done so. Maybe ring the little bell down there to make sure you get notified, and check out new videos down below. And as always, I'm Mitch. I'll be seeing you.